Hey there. So I guess this is part 2 of our ghost stories. Or as Jesse likes to say, ghosty.
Ghosty stories.
Ghosty stories.
It's cuter. Anyway, so Pfeiffer. Which one did I say in the last one?
The one where Zach and I were talking outside.
Oh, yeah. And the black figure. Okay, so other than that, he eventually moved to the bedroom on the other side of the wall when his cousin moved out. So then his mom would always tell me, like, there's a black figure that walks between the 2 bedrooms that are across from each other. And, like, that's just really weird. So we would see a black figure walk around the house. And his brother and his little sister liked playing, what do you call it, like, in the dark hide and seek. Like, dark hide and seek or whatever. So we were playing one night, and someone hid in the laundry room. And we saw a black figure standing in front of the door. And his little sister would be like, oh, it's fine. They just like playing with us. So that's really freaking creepy. So Zach went in the laundry room thinking like his brother was in there, but he wasn't. So he was like, that's creepy. There was someone back there, but there obviously wasn't. So then another time his brother was looking for his sister. And me and his sister hid on like between the dining room table and the wall. And there was like 2 entryways to like the kitchen. His brother walked through one of them, ended up like almost stepping on me. So I was like, okay, whatever, you found me. Then I got up, we were looking around the living room, and I was just petting the dog, and we both see out of the corner of our eyes a black figure stand up from the table and then sit back down. And we thought it was his sister because we hid in the same spot, but the figure was like where I was. So we were like, Sam, was that you? And she was like, no. I was like, well, the ghost was hiding next to you. And she was like, it's fine. But it was really creepy.
See, all these things happen when I'm not there. Like, all the good things happen when I'm not there.
Maybe you should play in the dark hide and seek.
Well, I don't know, because that bathroom on Pfeiffer always freaked me out.
Oh my
God, I
bathroom.
hated being in that bathroom.
Zach went in the bathroom one time, and, like, the corner mirrors, since, like, there's, like, one in front of you and then, like, the medicine cabinet on the side, he walked in and he saw a black figure, like, run across them. But it, like, oh, it's walking her baby. It looked like, something, like, ran from, like, the hallway to the living room. That house was creepy.
That house was really creepy.
Like,
it gave me the willies.
The willies.
The chilies.
When Zach moved out of that house and into the one he's in now, me and him went by ourselves. All the cats were out of the house. Like, they already moved into their new house. The dog was gone, so it was just us there getting the last of his things. And I had to go to the bathroom, and there was no toilet paper, so I was like, okay, whatever. And then he was like, I'm going to go check the master bathroom to see if there's any in there, see if Mom forgot to grab any. There wasn't any in there. So he came back to his room, and we're going to, like, pack up some of his stuff, and then we heard, like, a crashing noise. And we were like, okay, that's really weird. There's no cats here. So he has, like, 3 cats. And I was like, they're all gone, right? And he was like, yeah. So I was like, okay, whatever, we're just going to pack up some stuff. He went into the bathroom to grab his razor, and there was a roll of toilet paper just sitting between the closet doors, like, upright. And he was like, we're getting the fuck out of this house. Like, get your stuff, let's go. And I was just like, okay. That house was really fucking creepy. And he doesn't even believe in ghosts, but that made him believe that there was something in that house.
Well, yeah, he doesn't believe in ghosts, because, let me tell you something, on our recent trip to Alabama, we stayed in the cabin that her grandfather built, and, there's something about that cabin.
I told you!
Yeah, like,
after my grandpa died, me and my cousin were hanging out at the cabin, and there's, like, rocking chairs all over the porches, and you can, like, see the cabin in her videos. And, like, me and my cousin were there, and the rocking chairs just started rocking on their own. Like, one of them just started rocking by itself.
And they're heavy, too. It's not like the wind could just blow and
yeah, like, they don't knock over
them
easily. And then there was one time, me and my cousin were, like, in one of the upstairs rooms, and we heard footsteps, like, walking around the porch. And didn't you hear, like, footsteps?
I did hear footsteps. When we were down in the living room, we heard footsteps. And Zach did not freaking believe us.
There was one time, we were watching a movie while we were there last week, and there was scratching on the wall. Zach looked outside, and of course he finds a raccoon trying to get in the trash can.
It was just a raccoon, but it was creepy. Like, the sound, it was
when
creepy.
we, hear something, there's no explanation. When Zach hears a noise, we all heard the scratching on the wall, and Zach finds it to be a raccoon.
And then, the antenna on top of the house.
Oh, the wind thing? That thing was huge. She was what if it's one of those little rooster ones or
That's
this big?
What I thought. You know, the little
this
metal
thing
roosters
was huge.
The little metal roosters that sit on top of the house, and it's for the wind, and it's north, south, east, and west. No, it was it wasn't even a freaking rooster.
It was like a freaking satellite on the house.
It was ginormous, but the wind was blowing, and I guess it was moving it, and it was making this creaky sound, because I had laid down to go to bed. And Jessie came in my room and she was like, Corey, come here. And I was like, okay. So I went in her room and I was like, what is it? And she's like, shh. And we listened and it was a really creaky, really creepy sound. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And Zach was like, it's probably the thing on top of the roof. And I'm like, what?
Not only that, but the roof on the cabin is tin, kinda. So when things creak, we're in the upstairs bedrooms, we're gonna hear it.
Yeah. But
that was creepy. But no, that cabin just freaks me out. There's this clock in the living room, and it obnoxiously used to make this really loud noise every hour or so. And my Aunt Cindy finally turned it off because it freaked her out too. But I would not go in the cabin because I didn't like that noise in the middle of the night. So someone finally turned it off for me. But there's old pictures and they're my family, so it's not that weird, but it's pictures follow you. Their eyes follow you.
I don't generally have a problem with staying somewhere by myself, because Jessie actually had gotten sick up there, and she decided to stay up at her mama's, which is up the hill from the cabin.
And, my grandpa built that house too.
And she stayed there that night, and Zach was staying there that night. And I would have stayed in the cabin by myself, but that place just gave me the creeps.
I'd rather be in the house.
I have no problem. I totally would have stayed there by myself, but no, it was just, you get those feelings, you get those feelings where it's you just don't want to be there,
Yeah. And it got even creepier after my grandpa died, and that's the weird thing. I mean, I don't think he would hurt us or anything.
No.
But it's just really weird. I don't want to hear footsteps on a wooden porch.
No.
Or scratching on the wall from a raccoon. I mean, if I didn't check to see if it was a raccoon, I'd be convinced it was something else.
And let me tell you something. This place is in rural Alabama, alright? Ababa. This place is in rural Alabama, so there's not many people who would just walk around on the porch. That's just weird.
Everyone there knows everyone. I don't know really anyone there other than my family, but I'm pretty sure they know who I am. So it's if someone knew, hey, your granddaughter's staying in the cabin, no one's gonna be okay, I'm just gonna go to the cabin and mess with her.
Yeah.
So it's if anything, they would be there for some reason.
And there's a lot of older people who live there too, so it's not a bunch of people our age who would just pull pranks and mess with people.
Usually people our age there are off in college right now.
Yeah.
While we're here in Daytona doing nothing with our lives.
I think that's pretty much the end of my ghost stories.
Yeah, that's all I can think of.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think our next video we should do, funny stories.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I'm getting creeped out talking about these ghost stories,
Oh, no, I have one more. There was one time I was home alone, and this house, it's the only house I've ever lived in, but it does creep me out sometimes. So I was home alone. I didn't know where my parents were, and I think my sister might have been, not picked up from school yet or something. But anyway, I was here by myself after school one day, and I was I don't want to be here. I have this weird feeling. So my boyfriend at the time was do you want me to come get you? So I was like, yes, please. So I went on the porch, and the porch is right outside my window, probably a bad example, but anyway, I went on the porch, and right when I locked the door, I heard this loud crash. And this was before I had cats. I had one cat and 1-2 dogs maybe.
And Lucy doesn't.
And that
she doesn't move.
And that was when I had only my lazy cat. This cat lays on her ass all the time. She just begs my dad for treats. That's it. So I was yeah, I'm outside. I'm not going back inside. And I have this fear of looking at windows because I feel someone's going to be in the window looking at me. So I don't know what I'm gonna do if that ever does happen to me. Like, I'll probably just, like, die of shock or something.
Honestly, your porch is the safest place I feel in your house.
That's sad. Like, the living room's creepy, the office, what is now the office, is creepy, and that was my childhood bedroom. Like,
this room's fine, though. Your room now, it's
when
fine.
my sister had this room, she said weird stuff happened. Like, she would see figures in her mirror, and the closet that I took the tarp off, but... yeah, that one right there. I took the tarp thing off of it because it just got in the way and her cat peed on it, and so it was just junk now. But she said that she would see like a demon in there, so she was like, have fun seeing demons in that closet, because this is the only closet I have behind Corey's head, so I had to keep it. She gets 2 closets in her room.
But I mean, like, your parents' room.
Yeah, I was getting there, like, in Amanda's room now. The, one of the closets she has, my dogs would always sniff it, so it was, like, really weird, and I saw a figure, like, go across, like, the corner of the room one time when I was a kid. I just, like, looked up and I saw, like, a Casper just, like, fly across the fucking room. My mom's like, oh, it could have been a car.
I do have one more, too. I went to, take a shower one day, and the shower's in her parents' room, so we used that bathroom. No one was home. Okay, I generally don't take showers if no one's home, because I don't.
I did once. It was really creepy.
Right? But, I did. I had to get in the shower. I had something that night or something, so I was like, okay, I gotta get in the shower. So, I go in. Everything's fine. Everything's normal. Her parents' bedroom closet, which is the double doors that open like that, was closed. Okay? I'd like to stress this. Bless you. None of the cats were in the room. The dogs don't go in the room. But none of the cats were in there. They were all out in the living room. I went to take a shower. I was the only one home. And when I went out of the shower, the door was open. Wide open, okay? I mean, those doors were wide open. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing this.
Before that, I told her, I was like, look, sometimes when you come out of the shower, the doors will be open. Like, me and my sister used to say, like, we'd see a man standing in the closet, and they have this picture next to the closet, that we would be like, oh, we see, like, a face in it or something. But there have been times I've walked out of the shower, and the doors will either be open or closed, the opposite of what they were when I went in the bathroom. And me and my sister have both experienced this. While taking a shower with no one home, the bedroom door will open and close. Like, I was taking a shower one time, and no one was there, and the door just opened and closed, so I was like, okay, maybe my dad came home, maybe he was sitting in his room while I was in the bathroom. I walked out, no one was in the bedroom. So I asked my parents, I was like, were any of you, like, in the room? And they were like, no, we just got home. And then my sister was like, that's happened to me before, and it's happened, like, maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. I think next time we need to tell funny stories.
Oh, you scared?
Yeah. It's creepy here. Alright, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed. This was part 2. This was our final part to the horror series. I guess you could say ghosty stories. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to
Give this thumb a like.
my channel. Give this thumb a like. Subscribe to me and my channel, Secondhand Vlogs. And don't forget to subscribe to Jessie. And we actually have some very awesome things coming up for you guys on her channel. So, bye guys.